Hello everyone and good day. Dan Manson here. That's right, Dan the man with the plan is here to stay. And today we're going to be playing some Street Fighter 6 because it's Street Fighter Saturday and I haven't really put Street Fighter on the channel in a while. So with me finding that new way that I had to record some content and have it, not be as laggy and disruptive as it was before, I am here now and I'm able to present to you all this. A fully fledged game using my Ethernet cable in the living room, using the spare time I had in that room. And yeah, this first fight was up against a Ken who I honestly should have adapted to a lot sooner, but with the way he was playing, I was able to overpower him thanks to my projectile game being better than his, and I was able to push in whenever I wanted to gain the advantage on him. Now I see here that when he was parrying my projectiles, that obviously you would want to stop shooting projectiles, but it's a good way to space them out and keep them at a distance and keep your health higher than theirs. And if they want to just keep parrying your projectiles to the end of time, let them, because time's going to eventually run out and you're going to win. However, I did not tech a single one of those throws, so you can make fun of me for not teching these throws in the comment section, but I didn't really expect him to run up to me and throw that many times. But yeah, so when we get back into this second round, I'm starting to sort of get the hang of fighting against him. Now, I will admit, I'm getting better at my drive impacts. My drive impacts, they have been lately, but I'm working on them. Like I said, keeping the projectile game only really works when you have the health advantage. So me right now, it's not a good idea to do it considering he's still at full health. So I sit here, wait for him to do that third kick, which I will be able to duck under, and then I can press my offense. I'm able to mix him up a few times, hopefully, which was going through my head at the time. I'm like, okay, let's see if I can mix him up, make him make some mistakes, drive impact him against the wall, and finish him off with just a brief little wall splat combo. So we get into the final round here, and again, in my mind, I'm thinking I want to have the projectile game going because my projectiles beat pretty much any projectile in the game. DJ's heavy projectile beats because he throws two, and most projectiles are single hit. I know Guile has a projectile that he can make 2 hits, but other than that, he's like the only other person I think that has a double hit projectile. So with DJ being able to use his double hit projectile at a distance, it's a great way to force them to push into you because your projectile will beat theirs unless they EX and waste the meter. And unless you're like me and whiff a throw twice, you'll be able to drive impact someone when they're in the corner. Or like that, wait for that third hit to be at a disadvantage and drop your combo when you have the chance to do something good with yourself. Unfortunately, I think I burn out here. Oh no, okay, I don't burn out just yet, but I probably will in just a second. I'm trying not to block so I don't burn out. So that's why I was pressing so many buttons, but let's see if I can... Yep, there we go, we get the stun. I move forward a little bit just to try to build up my meter as much as I could and finish him off with the level 3 critical art hit. So that was the first game that I was able to do, and it felt good finally being able to fight someone like an actual player in Street Fighter 6 again. I went on with DJ because I was like Silver 3 before I took like my long break from Street Fighter 6, and that was the rank that I got with DJ when I started. However, I do want to get into the master ranks, obviously. I mean, I think that's the goal for any fighting game, is to be in the highest echelon of players. And that's my dream right now. I'm trying to get up there, but with the current playstyle that I'm seeing right now, I probably won't be able to make it. I need to start using parry more, especially against some of these projectiles. And finding my way in and getting the health advantage as quick as possible is a core mechanic. Because, especially with someone with projectiles as good as DJ, with those, like I said, 2-hit projectiles, because it's 2 separate projectiles. With that being a option, I have the advantage of keeping my distance. Like during the late game, I completely butchered that combo. Again, like I said, this is my first time fighting an actual player, so me getting some of these combos off isn't necessarily isn't necessarily the conditions that I've been practicing under before coming back online again. But I do eventually start picking up these combos a little bit better. it won't be in this video, but I did get a I did get to gold again. So me being in gold finally, I will say that my skills have definitely gotten a little bit better. Alright, I danced around a little bit right there because he needed it. He needed that break, I guess. He just sat there and backed up the whole time. And I was at health advantage, so I was gonna let him, but yeah, I just waited for him to come back because I don't really like doing this, especially at the level that I was at where I'm just getting back on again. I didn't want to just beat him while he was AFK. I wanted to see if I had the skills to actually beat him and move on from Silver 3, which I do think I rank up in this video. I do think I make it to Silver 4 in this video somewhere. But here we go, he's doing his combo. This Ken wasn't bad, he just wasn't rushing me down. If he was rushing me down, I think this fight would have ended a lot differently than how it's going right now. Not ended, but I think it would have went a lot different than how it's going right now, because I can't handle rushdown pressure just yet. But here we go, he's burnt out, but he was able to escape because he finally learned that I always go for drive impact as soon as he hits the ground in the corner. So he jumped to avoid it, which was very smart so he wouldn't get stunned. Now, again with the projectile game, I hit him with the EX because I was expecting him to throw a fireball in response, but he didn't. And I do like to mix up my projectiles because it feels like they do come out at like a different rate. So I'll do heavy a bunch of times, and then once they start parrying, I'll do medium. And especially when they start trying to jump in, I'll start using the fake one just to get them to jump, and then I can hit them with the anti-air, which is DJ's back heavy kick. Or if I get enough time to build it up, I will hold down and then get the DP. But let's see if I get the combo this time. Yep, there we go. And that is the combo that I was trying to get earlier, but you know, with me hitting the burnout that one time and not being able to fully, you know, understand the prospects of what I need to do. Yep, there we go, Silver 4. So yeah, that was our first fight. It was against a Ken. It was a great fight, but our second fight is against JP. And JP is a formidable foe for me. I can't really fight him that well, simply because he's projectile focused. However, after studying that one fight that happened, I don't remember if it was Evo. I don't think it was Evo, actually. That was supposed to be a projectile, but it was a fumble on my part. But like I said, after studying the fight where the Zangief beat the JP, I'm able to understand that there's more patience involved with fighting a character like JP. You have to be able to sit, wait, and use the abilities that you have at your disposal to outwit him. But with that teleport in and the grab, it's really good because you're so focused, or in my case, I'm so focused on blocking what could come out and attack me next that I'm not paying attention to the fact that he could throw me. Now, DJ's, I'm not sure if you noticed it, but DJ, when he does that little back step, it's his quarter circle back kick ability. And when he does the back step, if you press forward punch, he moves forward, and he's completely invincible to all projectiles at that point. So that's like an ability that I would use. Now, the reason I'm rushing down this JP instead of keeping my distance, considering I am at the health advantage, is because JP is a long-range fighter. He is literally made to fight me at a distance. So if I stay back here in hopes that I can keep the health advantage, I'm at a disadvantage because he's able to do some serious stuff. And yeah, I don't want him to have any type of advantage over me when it comes to projectiles or anything. So I will rush him down when he is at the, or when I'm at the health advantage, you'll see. Or I'll just rush him down in general, because at a range is where he's at his strongest, which is why a lot of people will say JP's overpowered, but I don't necessarily believe that he's overpowered. I think he's a really strong character, yes, but I don't think he's as overpowered as, you know, my friend group would say. That move is so good because once you teleport, you're focused on the block, right? You're thinking, oh shoot, he's gonna come in with the overhead hit, so I'm gonna block standing. But then boom, he hits you with a throw, and it completely throws up. Okay, so here we go. I was waiting for that, and I messed up. But I was trying to do the version where you do the combo, do the full level 2, well, part of the level 2, partway through, stop it, and then continue the combo after. However, I messed up one of the inputs because it's been a while since I've even used that move, so I kind of messed up the button press. But it's fine because, like I said, that move is invincible. And with that move being invincible, we have a huge advantage on if he wants to press a button. So I was waiting for that button press, and I was able to outsmart him. Now, like I said with the projectile game, it seems like JP's projectile game is all about patience when you're fighting against it, because you need to know when you can push in, when you have to just sit there and block, and when to jump because of that one move in particular. Like right there, that's a waiting move. That's a waiting game type of thing. Honestly, what I should have done, I just thought about this now, is I should sit there in crouch state, and the second I see him wave his staff around, I should use my DP move, because what's he gonna do? Hit me with an attack? If I'm fully invincible, he can't hit me. So that's a mental note for me. So yeah, right here I should also parry instead of block, because that way I can at least not lose as much of my meter. Alright, we hit him here. Let's see how I follow up. That was not the greatest follow-up option available to me, but we'll work on that. We'll lab that out. So if I hit anyone with the drive impact in the air, I'll have a better follow-up. And I didn't know he had an air throw until that moment. So that's when my idea for being careful, and there goes another of that grab throw. And that grab throw is really good. Let's see if I can get out of here. Parrying, it was smart until he got close and found a gap. So there is a gap in between some of those hits, which is where you'll see JP's combo you from. And with that gap there, he's also able to throw you. So you need to be careful of throws if he gets really close, or if he's going to combo you, which is... And I'm dead here. Like I said, I need to pay more attention to when I'm fighting ranged fighters like JP, because in a situation like that, I don't want to lose like a tournament, for example, simply because I'm not paying attention to what buttons he's pressing. Alright, so he's going to start off with Drive Impact, which is a good move to knock me back, and he's going for that move, which I still did not dodge. I don't know why I'm not dodging any of this, but here I am, just getting hit, letting him hit me, and there goes the throw. This JP, finally I dodged something. Let's go. Okay, so maybe this is where the tides turn. Maybe this is where I start winning. I don't know. I really don't know how these fights go, or I don't remember how these fights go because I recorded them a while back. Okay, that was a late jump. If I jumped forward earlier, then I probably would have been able to get off a better combo on him, because I think it would have been a punish counter at that point. Alright, he's got close, so I think I was expecting a throw to come up, and he parried the Drive Impact, which was very smart, because if you just block the Drive Impact in the corner, you're gonna get wall splat, and a good throw is gonna finish me off there. But he's gonna dust himself off, but I'm gonna dust myself off and start getting in there and get grabbed instantly. Round start, as usual. Which is funny, he's always started with that, or not always, but that's like his main combo starter, or round starter. And I need to learn to deal with a lot more, whoops, did not reach. There you go, got a punish counter there. Now, at health advantage, I want to not make as many risky plays. One thing I have noticed is that I go for the sweep, DJ's sweep, his down heavy kick, a lot. And in a situation like where I've been, I don't want to go for that sweep, because that sweep leads me. Oh my gosh, I did not just do that. I did not just do that. There's no way I just did that. Nah, don't tell me I'm so upset with myself for doing that. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? That would have been a dead JP, because with that punish counter, I would have been able to do that combo and kill him. Oh my goodness, what was I even thinking? What was going through my head? But that was our game against JP. Now we move on to Marisa, which was the last game I remember recording. And I think this is the last game of the video. So here we are up against this Marisa player. Marisa is another character that my friend group likes to think is one of the most overpowered characters in the game. But I do not think so as well, because I don't think any character in this game is overpowered per se. I mean, when there's a bug like the Rashid bug and you're able to get a full health combo off of a bug with a single move, then yeah, that's a little overpowered. But that's an overpowered move on a character, not an overpowered character. And it's also a bug, so you can't really say it's an overpowered if it's a bug, and it's not supposed to be in the game in the first place. But, so here we go up against Marisa. She has some heavy hits, she has armor on a lot of her hits. So the game plan, honestly, probably should have been to keep my distance and have her push in, because she doesn't have many projectile moves. So I should have kept my distance throughout the entirety of this fight, but I know myself, I like the action, I like pushing in. I love fighting. I don't like the clock running out. The clock running out is like my least favorite way to win. But when it's against a really strong opponent that I think I can't beat, that's the only time I will accept a timer victory. But if I can outsmart them and win the timer, then that's a great way to win too. I just prefer to win over Braun than Smarts. Unless, of course, it's Smarts versus Smarts. But Braun versus Smarts, let's not talk about that, because that's a huge topic to talk about, which is better, Brain or Braun, and I don't feel like stating my opinion on that just yet. But as we can see, my Braun was able to overpower Marisa's Braun in this case, and we were able to win that first game. Now let's see if I can keep up this same gameplay, the same game style, the same mindset against this Marisa player, and see if, ooh, okay, so now I do remember this fight a little bit. It did start getting a little jumpy in the second round all of a sudden, and I was very confused with why it was all of a sudden getting jumpy. I thought for a second that maybe it was my internet, but then I'm like, wait, I'm connected to my Ethernet right now, so I don't think my internet would do this, especially since I was the only one at home, so I was the only one on the internet. Nothing was downloading in the background because I turned off every other device that I used that was connected to the internet just to ensure that my Ethernet connection was at its highest. So maybe it was something with the server that was going on. But nonetheless, I was able to quickly adapt to it, and it went away very quickly, as you saw throughout that match. It was like a brief second, but like you said, it's back to normal. And we're getting in there. We're going to be fighting this Marisa, and hopefully we're not going to lose like we did last round, because, you know, I don't want to lose. I don't even want past me to lose, but you know, I know past me has to lose so that future me can start winning. So okay, that was kind of dumb. Maybe parry. Oh, okay, we reacting to drive impact. Okay, Dan, I see you. We reacted to, okay, that was not a good move. That is one thing I do remember dropping, so I do remember going into practice and seeing if there was a combo I can get after a good drive impact, which there is. Did I die? I'm at 1 HP and I died. That was crazy. That was a good low. That was actually a really good low. I think I remember thinking that too when I fought this Marisa, thinking, oh wow, what a good low. What an absolutely insane play. But here we are. We're going into the third round, or third fight, which I believe is final fight in this case. But when I say final fight, I don't mean like the final fight of our set. I mean like the final fight of the video. But here we are. This Marisa having a little bit of an ego boost, I will say, because I know after a win, I'll definitely have an ego boost. But after an ego boost of a win, a lot of mistakes can be made, like with me against the JP, me against this Marisa, me against pretty much anyone. I get that ego boost after a win, think, oh man, this wasn't too bad. And then, because of that ego boost, I am stuck in corner and forced to try to do a different move that I'm not used to. And in the end, I still win, so we take those. Now, when it comes to round 2, we have to see if I'm able to keep up the pressure, and I was ready for her input, which that's not going to work. Yep. So one thing I learned is that with Drive Impact, I can't do that single hit into the EX kick thing that I do. I have to start with the EX kick thing that I do, because that's the only way I can get the full combo off. I can't get that first hit in. The first hit in only works for if they're not getting hit by Drive Impact. And I did this for the invincibility frames because I knew she was going to press a button, because she typically does. And here we go. We're taking the advantage. We're almost back from burnout, which will put us at an advantage over her. I do a little shimmy dance, and she's going to be aggressive. She's going to be actually aggressive to try to keep me from being able to use my... Ooh. That is unfortunate. yep, that is actually it for the video. So I'm going to go ahead and say my sign off before the video ends. So with all that being said, I hope you all have a great day, have a fantastic week, and don't forget, may your heart be your guiding key.